I'm an 18-year-old student who just graduated from high school, and I'm free for the summer now. I've watched Connor for 2 years now, and I'm ready to commit to a full-time job for him over the summer, but I wish his mom spent a little bit more time with him. I mean, I understand she's a single parent and all, and I get the difficulties that come with that, but it's just very frustrating.
Okay, being a single parent is not as easy as it may seem. I mean, people think being a single parent is so easy, especially because I only have one kid, but they're so wrong, I don't even know how to explain it to you. Because personally, I think that being a single mother is one of the hardest jobs in the world. I mean, hold on, I have a conference call I need to cancel. Okay. I mean, you're responsible for the cooking and the cleaning, the washing, the drying, and don't even get me started on having to drop off my kid and pick him up. It's so much work. And it's not like I asked for any of this. I didn't ask to become a single mother. It just happened to me. So after Moretti called me frantically today and freaking out, I almost started to cry when she told me that she almost lost my son. He's the only part of my husband that I have left, and I have no idea what I would do without him or how I would survive. The mere idea of life without my son just makes me shiver down to the bone.
Oh my gosh, okay. I just saw him 2 minutes ago. He was over by the giraffes waiting to feed them. Ready, what did you do? He's wearing bright blue. I've never ever lost a child. Okay, relax, he's not lost. Okay, you're just not seeing him. Connor? Okay, maybe I should go ask someone. No. Wait, what if they judge me? What if they call services? Arrest me?
So, my husband died in Iraq 3 years ago when my son was only 4 years old. This was definitely one of the hardest things that I have ever had to go through. Losing the love of my life was such a difficult time in my life, and it was devastating, and I still don't think I have fully moved on and recovered. I tried for about a year to raise Connor on my own, and that was until I finally realized I couldn't do it. I was so focused on myself and trying to be so stubborn and trying to figure out how to raise Connor on my own that I didn't realize I needed help. Finally, I was like, you know what, Sarah, you do need help. You can't do this on your own when you're trying to focus on yourself. So that's when I hired Moretti. I mean, I admit I may have dumped a lot of responsibilities on her, but isn't that what babysitters are for?
I think after she lost her husband in the war, she just shut the world out. And I get that, but her son should have become her world. As humans, we shouldn't focus on death and those who aren't with us anymore, but those who are still living. Connor needs her, and he needed her. It's frustrating knowing I made one mistake and I'm gone. But she's been repeating the same mistake for all of her years with him.
Okay, I need to calm down. I need to calm down because I do admit that I should have been at the zoo with my son, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't have the time to just take my kid off to the zoo. I mean, I'm a single mother, I'm working, I'm trying to move up in my career, and right now I'm trying to work my way up to one of the biggest cases that this small town of Gilroy has ever seen. So when I explained that to Moretti, she told me, she said, I quote, "I will take Connor for the day." I was so grateful because I really needed to put in some overtime. So I trusted her with my son like I always do because she's been babysitting him for 2 years now. So I let her take my son. So I was putting a little overtime in, I was grateful. So I even paid her $150 for the tickets, food, and souvenirs, which is, if you've ever been to the zoo, obviously a lot of money because nothing is going to cost $150. And along with that, I was paying her the $20 an hour just for watching my kid.
No, I'm just over-exaggerating. I'm gonna find him myself. Maybe this wouldn't have happened if Sarah took her kid to the zoo. She never ever spends time with him. Why couldn't she take him to the zoo? She probably would have lost him too. She probably would have been too busy on conference calls or some other selfish act. I'm like his mom. I'm more of a mom than her. Even though she fails as a parent, I'm sure to lose my job today, even though she can't keep hers as a mother.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Bob. Well, I'll call you back because I kind of just need some time to myself right now. Okay. Sounds good. Bye. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I placed all of my faith in Moretti, and it was her responsibility to make sure that nothing bad happened to my son. I was trying to earn a living and give my life my son the life he deserves. Meanwhile, she's off texting her little boyfriend about that rad party that's going on and losing my son. I need to have a very lengthy talk with her parents because she's obviously was not taught to pay attention when she is responsible for somebody. I pay this girl $20 an hour, and for God's sakes, she loses my child. She will definitely not be getting another job babysitting in this town if I have anything to do with it.
She says that she's working in her office every 8-hour shift I take watching her kid, being his nanny, but I guarantee you that she's taking time with her boy toy, Josh. What kind of mother enters themselves in dating sites while still in mourning?
My babysitter is surely getting fired today. I mean, she lost my son, the only boy that she is responsible for taking care of. How could she be so careless to just lose my only child? I'm so infuriated with the level of incompetence that it takes to lose a 7-year-old boy. I mean, I guess I can understand if my son blended in with everyone everywhere he went, but every single time he goes out of the house, he just has to wear this bright blue shirt and this bright blue hat that he just doesn't take off. So unless you can't keep an eye on a kid in bright blue clothes, I really don't understand how you could lose my child.
Connor means a lot to me too, you know. He's like my own son, and I'm not one to step in on the relationship of him and his mother, but losing him in a highly populated public place shouldn't define my maturity or care for him. I just lost my place for a second trying to find my ticket for the feedings, and before I knew it, he was out of my sight. Okay, I think it's time I call her. I know she's going to be livid, but what's best for Connor right now is that he's safe, and I don't think that's being achieved at the moment. I'm just dreading hearing about how irresponsible I am and that I'm going to college and I can't keep track of just one kid. I know she'll be claiming all of the wrong when all of that applies to her too. I hope she understands. It's so unfair being inferior as the youth. I hope that I still find him before things get worse.